Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Nurul Anwar bin Napia and my matrix number 263711. So, I will present about the tourism planning and development in Cambodia. Cambodia, or known as the Kingdom of Cambodia, can be found in the heart of the mainland in the Southeast Asia, situated between the country of Thailand, Vietnam and Laos. Capital by Cambodia is Phnom Penh. The country of Cambodia beautiful diverse scenery of the beach, forest and lake. Cambodia also rich of history, culture and nature. Tourism has been strongly developed in Cambodia since the 1960s. However, civil war had seriously damaged tourism industry in the 1970s and 1980s. Tourism arrivals have increased dramatically from the 1993 to 2007 with an annual increase the average of about 30%. East Asian tourists contribute less amount to the tourist arrival to Cambodia. Korea is the top and Japan is the second, which account for about 35% of the total tourist arrival to Cambodia. What is tourism? According to the United Nations World Tourism Organization state that tourism is a social, cultural and economic phenomena which entails the movement of people to the country or place outside the usual environment for personal or business purpose. What is sustainable development tourism? According to the Brundtland Commission Report 1987, state development that meet the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. There are several planned strategy development in the Cambodia. Firstly, Cambodia Tourism Development Strategy Plan 2012 until 2020. There are 6 strategy direction of government tourism sector strategy, which is first, enhance tourism product development and product quality. There are 3 main product development in Colombia. First, existing product refer to tourism destination area that already exist and government should to improve tourism destination there. 2. New product refer to new attraction developed to be new tourist destination for visitors. 3. Zoning development refer to new discover area that has the potential to be used as a tourist destination area. Second, improve marketing and promotion. Government focus on marketing mix, which is product promotion, price and place. Also, government find new market strategy to attract new visitors to visit in Cambodia, which is Pacific such as America, ASEAN such as Korean and Japanese. Lastly, government focus several visitors that visit in Cambodia, which is young visitors, second home, retired person, Cambodian living approach than domestic tourists. 3. Improve travel facilitation, transportation and regional and international connectivity. Government play role to improve facility and transportation in air, land and water such as Phnom Penh International Airport. Government also provide facilitation of travel to tourists, which is open sky policy such as visa on arrival, e-visa, visa exemption for ASEAN member countries. 4. Improve tourism safety and management of negative environmental, social, cultural and economic impact, which is safety system, policy for safety and insurance, wild impact, social, economic, cultural and environmental leakage management. 5. Strength legal system and management mechanism. Government should to enforce and implement tourism sector policy such as National Tourism Policy, National Ecotourism Policy and Strategic Plan, while for regulation such as Ministerial Regulation, Directive and Circular for Instruction. Last but not least, human resource development. Effect from the planning and development tourism strategy in Cambodia that implemented by government, causing the economic increase rapidly and generate income from arrival tourists. The World Travel and Tourism Council has estimated tourism total contribution to Cambodia GDP at 32.4% of GDP in 2017, the highest among all member states of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. After that, another strategy plan by Cambodia is Joint Action Plan on Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar and Vietnam Tourism Cooperation 2016 to 2018. There are 5 action plan strategies. First, facilitate travel into and within Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam. Strengthen capacity of public official and private service provider. 3. Increase participation of the private sector and communicate in tourism development and promotion. 4. Enhance cooperation with development partners to mobilize technical assistance and financing for sustainable tourism. 5. Ensure tourism is socially and environmentally and economically sustainable. The cooperation involving several countries in sharing knowledge, experience, expertise, skill, and technology can help increase tourism industry in the ASEAN region. Last but not least, another strategic plan is the Siem Reap Tourism Development Master Plan 2031 until 2035. Tourism Minister Thong Horn said the master plan prescribes 7 key strategy areas for the province's tourism development. First, development of major tourism sites. 2. Development of new tourism products. 3. Promotion of tourism. 4. Enhancement of the quality and sustainability of provincial tourism. 5. Environmental management. 6. Development of infrastructure. 7. Connectivity and tourism government. According to the master plan, Siem Reap was expected to attract 7.5 million international tourists and 10.9 million domestic tourists by 2035, creating some 940,000 jobs and generating about $5.9 million in revenue. About 2.2 million out of some 6.6 million international tourists to Cambodia visited the Century-old temple complex in 2019, yielding gross revenue of $99 million in the ticket sale. How Malaysia can learn from Cambodia? Firstly, establish new tourism policy. The government should implement more detailed and clear about the new policy and guideline in the planning tourism development strategy after the COVID-19 outbreak. This aims to ensure that the tourism industry is constantly evolving and accepting the presence of the foreign tourists with clear guidelines and the SOP that are easily understood by visitors. Therefore, the implementation of the government new policy can ensure that safety of tourists and increase the presence of the tourists in the country. Example SOP such as ensure visitors that coming to the tourist destination have a complete vaccine. Besides, develop areas that have the potential to be used as a tourist destination. The government under the Ministry of Tourism and Culture must explore and examine an area of historical monument that has great potential to be developed as a new tourism area. This is to increase the number of the new tourist attractions and reduce congestion in the tourist area that are the focus of visitors to come. Example of building new theme park such as Genting Skywall theme park. In addition, establish cooperation in the field of tourism with other countries. In this case, Malaysia is holding meetings with the other countries to discuss and cooperate in increasing tourism in the ASEAN region. Each country involved in this cooperation will share knowledge, experience, skill, expertise, and technology to advance the tourism industry in the ASEAN region. The cooperation can develop the tourism industry of a country involved and increase tourist arrival that can directly generate income for the country.